Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I'm so in love, I can't deny it. My heart lies smothered in my breast, but it's not for you to let the whole world know it. A troubled mind can't find no rest. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I put my head to a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare, for when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking and wishing Peggy Gordon was there. I wish I was far away in Ingo, or out across the briny sea, or sailing over the deepest ocean, where Peggy Gordon wouldn't trouble me. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. Why I am slighted so by thee.
So there we go, that's Malachi Cush and a song called Peggy Gordon, and the man himself joins me in the studio. Malachi, how are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you. I'm delighted to be here with you, and lovely to be back in Belfast for an evening.
It's only taken you about 12 years to get yourself back into the studio here.
I don't think I was invited back until now. It took 12 years for you to get over the first event. I couldn't believe you told me 12 years since we were here before. And funny, I saw it coming up on social media somewhere recently, and that we had good fun.
We did back in the day, didn't we?
We were younger and more carefree.
And of course, I've known you right from Fame Academy, I suppose, which was 2002. What's your memories of Fame Academy?
My memories are all great. And for me, heading there from Tyrone was like, you know, going into getting the gift of going into one of the best music academies that you could possibly. And when you think of the characters in there, Pam Shane and Kevin Adams, Cary Grant, all those guys who were just top of their game. And to learn from those people was just phenomenal. So I have great fond memories of it. And of course I owe it a great debt of gratitude, because without it, who knows where the journey would have taken me.
Because the press, I know here and I think in England as well, they were going mad for you and Sinead at the time. There were stories all over the place, weren't there?
They were. It's interesting.
Have you kept in touch?
Absolutely, and we do be in touch. We phone every few months. We'll be on the phone and get a catch up. And she's very happily married now in England. She's got a couple of lovely kids.
But Lamar, he was in the house, wasn't he?
Lamar was in the house as well, and David Snedden and Ainsley. Lamar had a fantastic career afterwards. And we lived, this sounds a bit, but this is the way it was back then. We both had the record contract under the same record company, myself and Lamar. And for that period, we were living in the K West Hotel in London for about 6 months. So we were in and out of each other's pockets all the time. So we had a great friendship. But again, once all of the touring and the hype and all dies down, then you're back to some level of back to your own team and your own. And as you will know, I just loved spending my time around home in Belfast and back in Tyrone and that,
Is it true that Prince William was a fan of you?
Where did you hear that? Did I tell you this? Or
no, you didn't.
Done your research?
I found it actually in a copy of the Tyrone something or other earlier on today.
Well, this is true. After the show, I did a little bit of work with the London Irish Rugby Club. This is a very funny story, and it's very true. As much as it doesn't sound like it should have happened, it did happen. So the London Irish Rugby Club, and I would have went and sang for them pre-matches, and had a real good relationship with them. And they'd won the league, and afterwards they went to this exclusive club, which I was invited to. And in the VIP, in the curtained off area, where we all wonder what happens behind there, the royals were in there, Prince William, Harry and their friends, and some of the cousins, Beatrice and those guys, they were all in there with their close security and all of that. So the chairperson of London Irish blagged himself and myself in. At that point, you can imagine that the Fame Academy programme had just concluded. So the hype was pretty high, and I was being recognised in London as well as I would have been here. So it was a surreal experience. So I went in with him, and shy as anything at that time, because I didn't want to approach William or Harry, but watching, from you can't believe that you're in the same zone. Had me a few drinks, and off to the loo I pop, and I'm standing having a pee as men do, and who comes up to have a pee in the urinal beside me? Only Prince William. Right. As true as I'm standing here, and I'm like, what do you say? And anyway, washing our hands, and I didn't speak because I didn't know. You don't know what the protocol is.
Yes, yeah.
So I didn't speak, and he's washing his hands, and he says, "You're Malachi from the big house in Highgate on the Hill." And I said, "Yeah." "And you're William, and you come from a fairly big house yourself." And we hit it off. We had a great laugh. We had a few drinks together. We had a great chat, a great conversation. He talked about his mum and how she really loved the Irish and she loved visiting here. Obviously she had passed, and he spoke a lot about her. And we really got on very well for that one night. Never heard tell of him since.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wasn't invited to sing at the wedding.
You also sang with Shania Twain, didn't you?
I did, yes.
It must have been a great experience.
Lovely experience. Shania Twain was one of those people that really stayed with me and has done since, because she was so open with her experiences, with her music life, with her early life, how she struggled really hard as a young person. Yeah. But we got to sing with her live on the BBC show, and she was so embracing of all of that, and she was so encouraging and wanting us to achieve, and open with advice and all that. And she's remarkable.
Yeah. Now, over the years, you've tried many different styles and genres of music, but you still always go back to the traditional stuff, don't you?
Well, I call myself a folk artist, contemporary folk, because my first album, Malachi, was a ballad album, contemporary folk. My second album was a Celtic Heartbeat album. Record companies and management, all of that, have their steer on your direction, and sometimes I wonder if I'd have been more headstrong and stronger as an individual, I may have not went some directions. However, listen, everyone has to learn and everyone has to grow, and as an artist I feel like I've done that. I feel now I'm the most comfortable I've ever been in my skin, but folk is my home, and that's where the heart is.
Let's talk about the new album, Kindred Spirits, where you've joined up with, and this must be amazing, with the legendary Phil Coulter.
Yeah,
that must be a dream come true.
It is, because as a performer, as a singer, you know, you wonder as you trudge along, am I doing anything right here? Whenever Phil approached me first to work with him, that was like such a confidence boost, because I thought, well, he's obviously seen or heard something that he likes, and to have developed a friendship with him to the point now that he produced this album, he played on it, and of course it's his material. His music speaks volumes. It's just a fabric of our society. Those gold and silver days, the shores of the Swilly, the lifeboat, Donegal Danny, Town I Loved So Well. Just where do you stop? You know, it is a dream come true for me to have any association at all, but to have an album with his fingerprints all over it is just very, very special.
So what's next? Is there a tour to promote the album?
Towards the end of the year we will be doing a tour.
Okay.
I've just released the music video, which you kindly commented on, thank you. So we're letting that breathe for a minute, and then we're going to do some stuff towards the end of the year. Towards the autumn, we're looking forward to getting out on the road. Okay,
well Malachi, good luck with the album. You're going to perform Kindred Spirits now for us, aren't you?
With pleasure. This is the title track. This is written by Phil. There's a couple of songs, new songs written by him on this album. Then you've got the old classics, but this is one that really has seemed to have touched people in a very special way, and I hope it does for your viewers tonight.
Well, Malachi, good luck with the album, and thank you for joining us.
Much.
All right, here we go with Kindred Spirits. One more time, here is Malachi Cush.
The candlelight is fading as I gently kneel and say an Ave for my mother as her spirit slips away to join my Father and to share eternity. We called them kindred spirits, now they will forever be. So now they're reunited, smiling down from up above, as fondly we remember the old house they filled with love. How even through the hard times they were close as close could be, just like the kindred spirits they will forever be. Their love was as deep as the ocean, flying higher than eagles would dare, as strong as the mountains in Donegal, and as soft as a morning in Clare. I can see her in the kitchen, I can smell the baking bread, I can hear my father singing as he tucked us into bed. They shared the load together, they were proud as proud could be, and now those kindred spirits will share eternity. They shared the load together,